Hi, boys and girls. Well, now we're going to go to an even leggier bug that we know of. This one has so many legs that we often think it has 100 legs. But we're going to find out some information about leggy centipedes. Yes, centipedes do have a lot of legs, but sometimes not 100, and sometimes more than 100. So let's find out some information about leggy centipedes. Good thing it's got a table of contents because I really need to know some information about centipedes in case somebody asks me. Long and leggy. Whoa, yeah. Look at that insect. Oh, excuse me, that bug. I would not want to have to buy shoes for all those legs. That would be really expensive. Centipedes are small animals with long, thin bodies. Their name means 100 legs. People gave them this name because centipedes look like they have that many legs. No centipede has exactly 100 legs, however. Some have fewer legs and some have even more. Most centipedes are brown, but some are brightly colored. I like how they use the words most and some because we know we can't really use the word all because there are some exceptions to the rule. How many legs? There are about 3,000 kinds of centipedes. The different kinds have different numbers of legs. Some centipedes have as few as 15 pairs of legs, so 15 times 2 would be 30. Others have more than 200 pairs. Yikes, that would be 400 legs. House centipedes have 15. Tiger centipede, 21. Soil centipede, 38. Stone centipede, 15. A centipede with 15 pairs of legs has a total of 30. So here are some centipedes that we would find. Parts of the body. Pay attention to this page. You'll need it for your assignment. A centipede's body has two main parts, a head and a trunk. The head has two large antennae. The centipede uses them for feeling and smelling. The trunk is made up of many small parts called segments. Each segment has a pair of legs attached. So we've got our antennae, our head, our trunk, legs, and each little segment. So keep that in your brain because you're going to need that. A centipede's body also has a hard covering called an exoskeleton. The exoskeleton protects the centipede's soft insides. A world of centipedes. Centipedes live in most parts of the world. Some live in places that have cold winters. Others live in places that are warm all year long. The largest kind, such as the Peruvian giant centipede, live in a hot rainforest. They can be up to 12 inches long. Wow, that's a foot long. Don't think I would want to bump into that guy. Right here. Most centipedes are less than an inch. Phew! But that Peruvian one, wow, that's 12 inches long. That's a foot-long sandwich at Subway. Day and night. Centipedes need to spend their days in dark, damp, shady places, or else their bodies will dry out. That's like a worm. They hide under leaves, between rocks, and in tree bark. At night, the air around them becomes cooler and less dry. That's when the long, leggy creatures come out to hunt for food. Some kinds of centipedes live in hot, dry deserts. Like all other kinds, they survive by hiding from the sun and heat during the day and coming out only at night. This one's called the giant desert centipede. Catching a meal. The first two legs on a centipede's body are different from the rest. Each one is really a poison claw. The centipede uses the claws to catch and kill small animals that it eats. First, it grabs an animal and sends poison through its claws into the victim's body. Then the centipede holds its victim and starts biting off pieces. Nom 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 nom. It would be funny if it did eat pizza. Poison claws, right there. I like how this book has labels to help me know the information. Centipedes eat worms, insects, and spiders. The largest kinds sometimes eat lizards, frogs, mice, and birds. This is a very large centipede eating a mouse. Wow. Escaping enemies. Scorpions, shrews, and many kinds of birds and insects like to eat centipedes. Some of these enemies look for the leggy creatures when they come out at night to hunt. Others try to find the centipedes in the daytime in their hiding places. Usually, the centipedes use their many legs to try and run away very quickly. When they cannot escape, they use their poison claws to defend themselves, giving the enemy, ow, a painful bite. Here's an owl eating a centipede, a scorpion eating a centipede, and ants eating a centipede. Those are some very brave ants. And there's a shrew eating a centipede. Some centipedes defend themselves with the help of a liquid they store in their bodies. The liquid makes them smell and taste so bad that enemies don't want to eat them. Lots of eggs. Female centipedes lay lots of little eggs. When the baby centipedes hatch, they look very different from adults. They are much smaller and much lighter in color. Most kinds also start out with fewer pairs of legs. There they are. That's a female centipede holding onto her eggs. And then these are young centipedes. They almost look like ghosts or glow-in-the-dark animals. As young centipedes get bigger, they outgrow their exoskeletons. That's just like a spider. So the centipedes molt, shedding their old coverings and forming new ones that are bigger and darker. With each molt, another important change takes place. The centipedes grow new segments and new pairs of legs. After many molts, they are fully grown. That's just like a spider too. The little creatures have all their legs and are ready to begin their adult lives. New exoskeleton, old exoskeleton. Yeah. So they molt out there and grow bigger and darker each time. All right, my friends, we learned some very interesting information about these leggy creatures. Let's see how we can use that information to complete our assignment.